All right, so today's video is going to be a little different. I kind of wanted to kind of talk about something that seems to be kind of controversial right now in skateboarding. It seems to be controversial really in curb skating too, which is kind of like, doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. So like, you know, there's a big debate over to use wax or not use wax and to just go faster, you know, but I kind of wanted to talk about some things and some points that maybe nobody talks about or whatever. I figured that this spot would be the perfect spot to do this at, because this spot gets really sticky because people don't like wax that much here. So yeah, this is the spot. Got curbs over here, but yeah, it's a long downhill curb. It sits in the sun most of the day, and then in the evenings it gets a little shady, so it gets real sticky though. It just does. And it's pretty grinded down and everything like that. So basically what I wanted to do is I'm gonna skate a little bit. I'm not gonna wax it, and I'm gonna show you how difficult things are. And I go pretty fast, like typically when I skate anyways. So I'm gonna get some clips, and I'm gonna try to do some certain things, certain combos that are very easy for me. And I'll show you like kind of how difficult they are, and then what a difference wax makes for it. There shouldn't really, like, to me, I don't think that there should be like an either or. Like, you can use wax and go fast. Like, that's the point, especially if you want to go far. P1 brand probably said it best: wax plus speed equals distance. Just is what it is. So okay, so certain tricks will go without a lot of wax and without the curbs being fast. Really basic ones: feebles, 50s you can get to go, crooks, especially things that are like one truck. Crooks can kind of get sticky because your nose is touching too. So nose slides is like the big one that won't go. So yeah, I'm gonna do, and board slides will go because I have rails on my board. But yeah, I'm gonna do some of the basic tricks, and I'm gonna try to go fast, and I'll film at like an angle where you can see like my speed, and then we'll see if we can get it to go. If I can't get it to go or whatever, and then like the distance obviously too, and what a difference it makes. So yep, let's do this. Back 50s just die if you walk all the way in. Crick's gonna be a little harder. Oh. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm a good nose slider, and that is like not going. So imagine trying to do a combo, like even going fast. Let's try a nose slide combo, and I'll do it from probably the 4th block, and then we'll see how it goes. Dude, I can't, it's like That's enough probably to prove my point. All right, so I just got done waxing it. It was in dire need, to say the least. So I'm gonna go pretty fast. I'm gonna do a bunch of basic tricks, and then I'm gonna start doing some of the combos, and you'll probably be able to tell that everything goes so much better. Everything's more doable, and to be honest, I'll probably end up going faster now even going up to the trick, just because I have that confidence that it's going to go. So that's also a big factor in the whole thing. You don't have to worry about going fast as shit and then just dying. So, all right, let's get to it. So there's a bunch of tricks. I'm sure you could tell the difference in speed. How fast gave me a lot more confidence going up to the curb, and then also like once I get on, I kept that speed throughout like the whole trick. So which is good. That's what you want. So anyways, I want to give some of my thoughts as to why I believe that you should be using wax. First, one of the first ones is there's a reason why like the best skateboarders in the world, the most technical ones, and this includes like handrails and everything, like some of the stuff that they're doing, they know that they need, like they have to use wax to be able to do it. And a lot of them use a lot of it. If you go out to the West Coast, like that's how it is. Some people can like push through things, but there's just tricks that you just can't really do without it. Like if you want to start getting really technical, like you look at Jamie Foy, like these are guys like skating big rails and stuff like that, and they're like surgical with the way that they wax handrails and stuff like that, and making sure it goes, because they're flipping into things, flipping out of things. If you're trying to get technical, like flipping in or flipping out or even doing certain combos, like if the curb is sticky, you're gonna, or the ledge or whatever it is, you're gonna stick as soon as you go into the other part of that trick. Like for example, like I can do say no slide heel and crook heel. If I were doing those tricks, right when you're about to flick out of it, you kind of have to, drop a little bit, and then you put a little bit more pressure into the curb. That's the time where you're probably gonna stick. Like it might go at first, but then as soon as you go to flick out, because you have to like dip your board a little bit and then put a little bit more pressure, and then boom, in order to spring out of it, you're gonna stick as soon as you freaking go to spring out of it. Like, and especially like all those no slide combos, stuff like that, no slides, tail slides, all those things, like it's gonna be very difficult for you to like do all those combos. I mean, even when you're going fast, like I was, it's going to be very difficult to do them without it. It's like, why make it harder on yourself to progress and like do all these combos just for the sake of like not wanting to use it? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. And on top of that, like your spots, like this is another big thing. All your skate spots, especially curbs, they're gonna get beat up and worn down really, really prematurely if you're not keeping them like slick. Like it just is what it is. Like they're gonna get chunky, they're gonna get like the concrete's gonna get raw, and as soon as like that base layer is off, you're just like, it's a lot of raw concrete, and your curbs are gonna turn to crap. Or your ledge, same thing. If you're skating ledges, you're popping into it, so you're slamming, bashing your trucks or whatever into that ledge all the time. If it's not going well and you don't keep it sauced up, then you're not going to have that. I mean, that spot's going to get rounded over and worn out. It's not going to be crispy for a long time. And like, that's why like you should keep your curbs and stuff like that, keep them going, keep them lacquered, keep them waxed. Like that's how they last a long time. That's how they keep a decent edge. They don't get super rounded. Like that's how curbs stay. Like they might still grind and stuff, but they're not gonna, you're gonna be like, man, this is like hard to lock into this thing. Like it's just, It's like, why, if you spend all that time making a curb spot, or pouring your own for that matter, why would you want it to just turn to crap like quickly, just for the sake of like, oh, it's like, it's not really cool to use wax. And on top of it, you can figure things out with wax, because you can play with things. If you do decide to go slow, say if it's something that's scaring you, if you do decide to go slow and you want to play with something, you can still get it to slide or grind and get the feeling, and then you gain speed. It's like, if you just go fast as crap, it's some new trick that you've never done before, and then you still stick, it's like, what good is that doing you? You're not learning anything by doing that. Like, there's no, like, where's the learning process? Like, oh, I'm just gonna go fast as crap on this trick that I've never done before, because that's what they say. They're like, just go faster. Okay, great, that's great. Let me try to just do this like kickflip crook or something like that on this ledge. Let me just haul at it, just go fast, and just hope that it grinds. And then if I stick, I'm gonna die. Like, it's much better if you know in the back of your mind, like, hey, this curb's not gonna stick. Like, don't lean back, but the curb's not gonna stick, the ledge is not gonna stick, whatever it is. That's a much better feeling to me than like going fast, sticking, and then just eating it. Just freaking, imagine doing like a feeble grind on a curb, and it's not going well, and especially if you're not good at them, you go fast as crap at that thing, and you try to feeble it, and you hang up, dude, you're flying, like you're soaring probably to your wrist, to your face, whatever. Like, that's like not a good place to be. You can figure out how to gain control of your board and have a sense of where your body should and shouldn't be for tricks if everything that you're skating is going a little bit better. Like, if it's grinding well and stuff like that, it's like, okay, that's one less thing that you have to focus on. You can focus on where your body placement needs to be, if your chest needs to be up, if you do need to push it a little bit more, if you need to do all these things, or you need to tilt a certain way, you can focus on those things instead of being like, well, I gotta lean back like crazy and try to push this thing through in order to get it together. You know, everyone now, it's like, I know I said this at the beginning of the video, it's like, it's an either or thing. It doesn't have to be either or. It doesn't have to be use wax or go faster. Do both. Go fast and use wax. Especially if you're in the curb realm and you look at some of the best curb skaters, like the best curb skater, like I don't care what anyone says, Abe Bethel. The dude, guess what he does? He goes fast as crap and he keeps everything sauced. And the same thing goes for all those dudes. Like Tim Olson, Bill Gungary, Jay, which is P1 brand, Hursk, all those dudes, they're keeping their curb, they're maintaining their curbs, making sure they're going all the time, making sure they don't get chunky. And those dudes go fast as crap. I've skated with all of them except for Abe in person. They all go very fast and they all rip. So it's like, and they keep them going. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why, like, they're able to do some of the things that they're doing, is because they're not just like letting their curves be dry. Like, it's just so stupid to me. Like, I don't know. So yeah, this was kind of like a rant, but I did want to address it, because it's like, people that are up and coming, like, and you're trying to figure things out, especially in the curb world, like, keep your curbs going, man. Like, keep them going, and you'll build up that confidence to where you can go faster and faster and faster. You're not gonna just have confidence out of nowhere, like, unless you're truly gifted. Some people are that way. Like, there's people like, you know, Dennis Busenitz, where he just, like, he can just power through anything, it doesn't matter. But some people, you need to, like, we're just normal. Like, I'm a normal dude. I'm not the greatest curb skater by any means, not even close. But, you know, there's a lot of things that I've been able to learn, and like a lot of confidence that I've gained, because I know that, like, when I'm skating the curbs, like, I know it's gonna go. And that's just such a big thing for me. Like, wax is your friend, man. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of wax. You don't gotta be. So anyways, that is the end of this video. So we will, after this video, we'll get back to like regular scheduled, our regular scheduled broadcast, and I'll get back into like the trick tips and all those things, and you know, review stuff if you want me to review it. Let's wrap this thing up. I'll catch you guys later. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Whether you learned something from something I said, or if you completely disagree, that's fine too. If you do disagree, I mean, I just tried to provide all the information that I have, you know, and all the things that I've learned over time, over this time period of, you know, skating curbs and everything like that. So, yep, I'll catch you guys next time.